Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is rainy and my damn windows is fogged up and pissing me off. Like, I told you I don't take much. I've been trying to defog my window. I need another way to do it because putting it on you know, whatever the hell it's called, it don't be working fast enough for me. I can't see. Okay? So my attention definitely will be trying to be on the road and making sure. So it's 7:30. I'm still not at I'm not at the highway yet. I'll be there in a couple of minutes. But yeah, again, it's more people on the road. School done started. So including buses, you gotta wait behind them. Blah blah blah. You know they be stopping at the train tracks and all type of stuff. So, but anywho, how did y'all sleep? It's been rainy, rainy, rainy. Yesterday, today, Sunday. I'm not mad. The only thing that's making me mad is that I'm not in the house. So, but yeah. Y'all slept good? Did I ask you that already? Am I immediately not knowing what I just said 2 seconds ago? I told you it would take me T minus 2 seconds to be like, wait a minute, what did I just say? What was that? Anyway, um, but yeah. So I'm on my way to the office. Today is Tuesday, the 5th, August 5th. And so it ain't nothing really going on. Terrace hit at midnight last night. I'm gonna go back to the store. They told me that they said that the Dawn dishwasher soap was gonna go up. I said Dawn. They said Procter and Gamble made an announcement that they're gonna have to raise the price on all of their goods, and but it's supposed to include upgrades for certain. I said, don't nobody got time to go through no list of Procter and Gamble's items because we know y'all practically own everything, or at least half. But anyway, they'll write me another list and get to the store. And that way, as time, stocking up a little bit. That way, as time goes, you don't feel a lot of pressure to get certain things. And then when you do get them, you don't be really pissed off at the price. So, I mean, that's the best case scenario, especially if it's some, items you got to have, essentials. But, one thing I need to stop doing is this one creator, and she's calls herself a perpetual paper towel puller. And I said, girl, I didn't know. I didn't know it was just me. It's over the top. My my footprint is terrible. It's terrible. Yeah. If it's a lot of paper towels at the landfill, it's definitely me and probably her. But yeah, I use paper towels like it ain't no tomorrow. As if paper towels grow on trees, and I guess they do kinda a little bit, but you know. But yeah, anywho, so what was my point? Did I have one? Not really, because I got to get through this rain. Pissing me off. I had a point originally, and I forgot what it was. Oh, y'all heard about them white people in Missouri that want to get their own town? And then one of them gonna have the nerve to be like, yeah, I mean, I really wish black people could figure out a way to do this. I mean, we just leave them to it. The history shows that that's not true. Even the movie Sinners shows that that's not true. Black people will never be alone because the white people just gotta know y'all need racism because racism is y'all culture. Your culture is racism. You don't have anything going on without it. I mean, granted, you ain't got nothing going on with it, but y'all need racism. Y'all need it. Y'all need it like y'all need air because y'all don't know how to do anything else. So oppression is the culture. But I've noticed a lot more people were getting knocked out. And so, and of course the expectation is black people are not supposed to fight back. You're not supposed to fight back. And it's like, listen, I guess whatever jail you got for me is the one I'm going to go to. Because I would hate for the man to think that the other cheek is available for slapping. It's not. It's not. It is not. No. But yeah, they having their own little town, and it's just so terrible looking. Like, don't nobody want to go to a rural Missouri? Listen, St. Louis is the only Missouri place in Missouri that I might could get a shout out from me. Besides that, Missouri is a place that my mother would call West Bubblefuck. Okay? I mean, that literally. She would say that out loud, and it's like, what? Where is that? And it's like, exactly. I think that was the real point. Where is that? Nobody knows. Missouri? Don't nobody care about. Listen, hurry up and make the town. Hurry up. Because trust and believe, nobody black is coming over there to see what y'all doing, to care about it, or to burn it down. No. There's no need. Live and thrive in your town. Now the question is, will you have access to all of the things in that town that you need access to? Right? Like, are y'all building your own hospital? Right? All white doctors. Excellent. You see what I'm saying? You got to get your own postal service. Excellent. All your restaurants. Right? Perfect. Perfect. Knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. Nobody cares. It's all good. It's all good. But it's like, please don't be coming over to any side outside of your area looking for anything, any goods and services. Don't do it. It's pointless, right? Whites only. So whites, y'all need to be able to provide every single thing that you need. Hey, you need to be able to provide every single thing that you need. And I mean everything that you need, okay? All the way down to a tutor. I don't care. I don't care. You want to manufacture all your own things. Let it be that serious. Let's let it be that serious. You're going to need an airline. Y'all going to need trains, transportation, cabs. Y'all going to need all that in your town. Or, I guess, you could ride on each other's backs. And start riding black people's backs. You can do that. That's an option. But, yeah, so y'all go ahead and have at it at your town. It ain't much to talk about. Don't nobody give a damn. Okay? Especially in no damn Missouri. I could see if you thought you was going back to Queens and say, oh, we taking over Flushing. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're gonna have to go to rural wherever the fuck and do it there. That's where all of that needs to happen at. And that's where it's gonna have to happen at. Because nobody knows what you're talking about. But again, knock yourself out. Hopefully the sun comes out over there. Get them a little tanny tan. Because I don't know where they're going to get their tanning oil from. Okay, white people got a problem looking pale, and I want to know why. I need answers. Why don't you want to look the color you are? Why? How come looking like a ghost isn't okay with you? I want to know. I want to know. But, yeah, anyway. Well, let me talk about this girl right here, Clarissa Shields. Now, don't nobody call her up and have her come beat me up. She wanna beat everybody up, and she clearly can fight. And it's like, honey, But she is a mess, honey. She is a mess. She said, her and Pap is having a baby. She said, I'm gonna fight some more, and after I go through my stuff, she said, I'm gonna have another baby. She was like, and then, whatever the hell she was saying, I was crying. I was like, oh my God. And then it was so funny because her hair, like, you know how we get braids, right? And then, of course, if you're going to get like a crochet, you crochet them through. But if you're going to get a wig, you put the wig on. The back of her shit got the bundles. And then all of these is the Cleos from Set It Off. She got the Cleos from Set It Off right here. And it's rough. Her shit looking like Jim Jones. Like she took a brush and brushed it. So she got the Clio from Set It Off with the Jim Jones brush through. And then she got 2 packs. A kinky curly 22-inch Mongolian back here. Baby, they didn't finish doing your hair. Where is the finished product? Okay? But don't tell her I said it, y'all. Don't sick that lady on me. Please. But yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. I don't OD follow, that story because it's just over the top. Like, she want to fight everybody. She want to fight Layla Ali. Layla Ali should not be paying any attention to this. She should not let her ego get involved. Do not mess up your record for some young girl. Let her fight everybody else. Let her fight the world. Let her fight the air. Layla Ali, I don't think she should do it. Not even for 20 million. It's not worth getting one punch to the face. And not because I think she's gonna beat her up, but it's just that it's like, for what? For what? It's like the people who want to fight, who want to rap and battle, like Jim Jones trying to go against Pusha. Listen, nobody has time. It's like Nas said, we not in the same weight class. We not in the same weight class. I don't even got 16 for you. It's pointless. It's pointless. Let me get over before I get stuck. All these damn people. Then it's raining. Oh my Lord, help me, Jesus. Anywho, but yeah, Clarissa Shields that's a funny character right there, boy. That is a funny lady. But I wish she just understood. You ain't got to go through all this, boo-boo. If you know you could beat everybody up, then you should be smiling and styling, okay? She shouldn't be doing nothing but dressing and resting. That's all she should be doing, okay? Because if I knew I could beat everybody up, it's like, okay. It's like Jesse on Poetic Justice. All I do is dress and rest. Because anything you say, it's like one. I just want one tooth, and it could be knocked out. So it's like, Clarissa, enough, enough. But yeah. But I believe Remy with the whole papoose thing. I do think he ain't got no money, and I do think she paid for everything. I do believe that she was paying stuff from jail. I believe all that. I believe that because when you think about it, we know, what do we know about Papoose? We know that he got bars. We know that. But we also know that he ain't getting no money for them bars. He ain't never really came up. Never. Never. And then he allowed himself to spend her 8 years appearing to be this supportive person. And it's not that he didn't support her, right? But what he didn't do was break up with her while she was in jail. Okay? And so I guess we're going to translate that to holding it down. Okay, fine. You know, we'll let that be what that is. And I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm not saying he didn't visit her, blah, blah, blah. But he don't get no more credit than any other woman that's been doing that shit for years. Because if he knew like I knew, he would have been like, baby, when you get out, I'll see you. You can't just be out here shooting bitches, and then I'm supposed to spend 8 years waiting on you. Y'all didn't even have a kid. So what the fuck was that about? That was about her ability to be able to pay, even behind bars. So, yeah, he didn't break up with her. And like I said, I guess that translates to him holding it down. But she held it down financially from behind bars, and I believe that. And I believe that because most women are out here doing it. As they say, the most high value man is just a woman on a normal day. All my friends is taking care of themselves and doing everything. And like I said, so it's just like, Papoose, please, where do you get your money from? And then it's like, what money? What money? What money? I believe it. I believe Ribby. I believe it because her story ain't that much different from anybody else's. The only story that's different is that she went to jail. But she's been out of jail long enough for it to be like, listen, okay? Okay, so we're going to say he held her down. Excellent. Great, great, great. Enough. What else has he done? What else happened? She went to jail for 8. She been out for 8. He ain't getting credit for the extra 8 she been out. He begged her for a baby. And she went ahead and had one. And I like where she's going with that too. We split in custody, baby, because I'm not getting ready to be stuck. Okay? This ain't about love for no baby. This is about understanding what having a baby will ultimately mean. Okay? A lot of your freedoms, you're trading that in so that you can take care of someone else. And there's nothing wrong with that. But she has every right to feel like, oh, you're going to help. You're going to help. You know what I'm saying? But it's pointless for her to try to go get child support. It ain't a dime to receive there. It ain't no money to get. What is the point? So let me just go ahead and give you, and like I already discussed, how legal and physical custody works. Physical custody just simply means that the kid is with her. But she don't have no legal rights at all until you establish legal rights. And so that's what she's trying to establish. You legally have a right to half the time with her. Now you can let the fight begin. But the fight don't start before anything in the courts get established. It's like, ain't no such thing as she won't let me see the baby. No, please. All right? But yeah, so I definitely believe Remy when it comes to that. Pap, if you haven't already signed the paperwork, what's the holdup? What's the holdup? So, what are you holding on to when you already got somebody right here making money and you already good now? Now you're good. Now you're good. Matter of fact, Clarissa, help Pap raise that girl. Everybody needs help raising their kids. All kids need a village, whether you got one or not. They need it. Help that man raise his daughter, please, so that you can have some practice when you have your baby and go through your stuff. Sometimes it sounds like she talk like she done got hit one too many times, but you know, I digress. I digress. But let me tell you who is really pissing me off / making me mad. Y'all know Mia from Housewives of Potomac? Why the hell is she prancing around town with Bobby Valentino? This has me crying, y'all. I'm like, first of all, Mia, ain't you like 5'10"? This nigga is like 4'11". And I know for sure he 4'11". Because I've seen this nigga before. And I'm talking to the point where some years ago, back when I used to be in these Atlanta streets, I used to live in Charlotte and I used to always be in Atlanta, right? We, chilling, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We wherever we at. Bobby Valentino come through. I see him. Every time I used to, back in them days, every time I would see like a star or a rapper or whatever, I'll be like, oh, I'm going to get a picture. Like, and y'all seen all back in the day. I used to always be like, if I see somebody, I'll be like, I need a picture. Baby, I seen Bobby Valentino. I could barely get the picture, okay, because this nigga was right here. His head was like right here. It was to the point where I said I had to get a picture then because I was just like, damn, this nigga is so fucking teeny. I had to put my arms around this nigga and put him in a headlock. No lie. And to this day, me and my friends be crying. They be like, remember that time you had to put Bobby Valentino in a headlock? Oh my God, he is right here. This nigga is extra small. He's smaller than fun size, y'all. Plus, Bobby. On my Whitney Houston voice. Bobby! We didn't forget that you was running around with your drawers halfway down to the whatever you was getting into. We didn't forget. We didn't forget. We did not forget, but it's like Mia. I mean, I'm guessing whatever money he got stashed away. I don't know. It's either some money that he got stashed away and Mia said, I'm gonna need a little piece of that, or it's some majorly freaky stuff going on, and Mia could be a freak. She could be an Amazon type freak. You know, she 5'10", 6 feet with heels. She said, Bobby, come sit on my lap and tell Santa what you want for Christmas. Sit on my lap and let Santa know. Okay, have you been naughty or nice? I'm sure they playing reindeer games. I'm sure of it, because what? Mia. But okay, but here's the thing too. Here's you know how a lot of times you see like a couple or you be like, why is she with him? Or why is this, why is that? What you have to realize is sometimes we give people way more credit than they deserve. Like, who are either one of them supposed to be that we don't think that they would mess with each other? Have we not seen their lives? Of course, they might be, made for each other. Seriously. But yeah, that's some funny stuff. I was like, what in the world? And I mean, for real, all these pictures, and then I'm assuming maybe they sitting in the Rolls Royce, right? They in the Wraith, whatever the hell. He looking extra small. It's giving baby seat. It's giving, where is Bobby Valentino's the booster chair? Slow down. In my Bobby Valentino voice. Anyway, yeah, Bobby and Mia are tripping, but clearly they both have their own agenda, and I'm with having an agenda, whatever that is, get to it, execute. But that kind of agenda would not be on social media, okay, unless I was getting paid, okay. But because it's like I know she be dunking on his ass. I mean that she should, but if she gonna do it, she might as well. But and then, oh my God, what about the guy from what's his name? Terrence J, the one who did 106 in Park with Roxy. So the people's like, why he's with this 25-year-old girl? He's like 43 something, whatever. Listen. Terrence, we still haven't forgot about that car accident you got into, where there was a woman at the scene. And whoever you paid cleaned that shit up to the point where we still don't know who the girl was. Okay? Now, the girl is 25. The question is, was this the same girl? And was it because she was 18? But here's what we know. Listen, okay? Go ahead, Terrence. Do what you got to do. She's old enough, right? Everybody wants to go into she's legal, right? And it's always a shame and disgusting when people point out a person being legal, because it just, to me, it means that if they lowered the legal age, you would be good with that too. You nasty SOB. But anyway, why am I driving so fast? Oh, because the rain cleared up, so. You tell me it's 52. All right. I'm still going to get to work decently on time. But yeah, so Terrence J, go ahead and do what you got to do, right? Go ahead and have your baby by a PYT. Because the thing about it is, she's still going to be a PYT when she finishes having these kids by you. If you don't believe me, ask Marcus Houston. Woo! If you don't believe me, ask Marcus Houston. If you don't believe Marcus Houston, ask Shannon Sharp. The lady's going to get paid. And if this is what they got to do to get that money, then this is what they got to do. Because here's the point. The fact that they're able to do it, for me, is the reason why. Then, girl, do it. Do it. Get yourself retired the best way you know how. Okay? Get yourself retired the best way you know how. Because she got her youth. She's 25 and you're not. You're not even 35. But okay, sir. Okay. People don't know how to play games anymore and then just quit when they win. And that's sad. That's sad. That's sad. But, Marcus Houston wife is like, sir, mister, hey, mister, because that's how much older than her you are. And listen, there's nothing wrong with an age gap, but but there are things wrong with an age gap. Okay? I don't need anybody to agree with me, but age is not just a number. It's only just a number when you out here doing some shit that people gonna think you trifling for doing. That's the only time it becomes a number, right? Just like money. Money ain't everything because you ain't fucking got none. And I know that. I ain't got none either. So I'm trying to allow myself to think money ain't everything. No. Money isn't every single thing, but it's most things. It's a lot of things. You know what I mean? Money provides convenience. And that's one thing I like. And that's convenience. But I still ain't got no money. So no matter how much convenience I like, I ain't got enough money for everything in my life to be convenient. But I understand. So when people say money ain't gonna make you happy, convenience gonna make me happy. So it's never going to be the money itself. It is literally what the money is going to do to me. I mean, Deion Sanders said this years ago. And speaking of which, oh my God, Carucci and Deion. But anyway. But Deion said it a long time ago. Must be the money. And it is the money. It is the money. It's always the money. He said, everything about me going to change. He said, my phone number, my address, my wardrobe. Yeah, if I come up on some millions, all that's going to change about me too. Because I'm definitely moving. I'm definitely changing my number because I'm not calling me asking me for all my dollars. Okay. Wardrobe going to be top tier. Yeah. Must be the money is damn right. So for everybody that wants to kid themselves and make it seem like money and everything, it ain't. It's just something none of us have. And so it's easier to make it seem like you know how the saying goes. People pretend to not like grapes when the vines are too high. This is a fact. But see, I don't pretend to not like grapes. I understand. I'm not a capitalist, but I understand that I have to participate in trying to be one on some level in order to keep stuff going, in order to survive. If it's a check involved and I don't have to kill nobody to get it, I'm going to look into seeing what I can do to get that money for sure. I don't care how anybody feels about it. That's the end of that statement. But yeah. But speaking of Karuchi and Dion, first of all, girl, what? Isn't he missing all his toes, or at least the big one? And who don't need their big toe? It's like, God, no, take the pinky toe, okay? Take the toe that got the corn on it. I don't care if it's the middle toe. That second toe. When people be having that long toe, take that one. Don't take my big toe. This man don't have a toe. He don't have a bladder, and she's in a hospital crying. What's with all the tears? What's going on here? I think I already just mentioned this. Dion said this. Must be the money. It must be the money because it's giving hospice girlfriend. Karuchi said, listen, if I can't be somebody's regular girlfriend and get money, I will be their nurse then. I will be their nurse for the money. Listen. Child, please. Child, please. Disgusting. Okay? Disgusting. It's like, you better not, I can't even think. I don't even want to repeat what I'm saying, but it's like, we love Dion. He's a legend. And nope, that's not what's up for debate. You know what I'm saying? I hate when you bring up somebody and then somebody be like, well, it is Deion Sanders. Oh, I know. And that doesn't change the fact that it's like, that's gross. That's disgusting. Okay? I still don't want to change his bladder bag. Okay? Now, I'm not saying a girl like me can't be paid enough to do it. Because there is a price. There's a price. But that doesn't change the fact that that's nasty. Okay? That doesn't change the fact that this man is... Everybody wants to get... Ooh. The men refuse to be with people their age. Or close to their age. Like, okay, Terrence J, how come you couldn't get with somebody that was 35? Why she gotta be 25? Ugh. Nasty boys. Dion, why your nurse can't be somebody else? Why do I gotta be this girl? Shannon, why does the girl have to be 19? And how come if the legal age was less than 19, then that's the age she would have been? I want to know. I want answers. And it goes to the point that I always say that's always going to be the truth. It's not all men. It's just always a man. It's just always a man. And the whole idea of women do it too, no one is ever denying that. It's just that the numbers do not compare. The numbers don't compare enough for you to think that that's a response to it always being a man. Okay? Women are not out here walking up to men while they sitting with their boys, stressing them out, won't leave the table, asking them. Women are not out here doing that. Okay? Women are not out here doing that. Women have a little bit more shame. No one's asking you to agree. Because I don't need you to agree with something that I know you know is true. Y'all drinking water? Does a body good. You see what it's doing for my eyes. Let me stop. Got to make myself laugh early. Earlier today, I got a lot of work to do. It's a lot of influx of work getting ready to come meet me at my desk every day for the next couple of months, I guess. Shit. But it's all good. We're going to figure out a way to get it done. That's not going to change the fact that I need days off, though. That's for sure. But anyway, y'all. I ain't have nothing else to say. Nothing else, okay? It's Tuesday. It's rainy. I'm already ready to go back to the house, but I'm over here having gratitude for being able to work in the first place. You know, um, but yeah, I don't foresee being pissed off today, but you can never see that far into the future. Just gotta see who come to the office. Hopefully the people just said, I can't do it. But I got some questions I do have today that I realized I need to go on record getting answers for. And so, but anywho, y'all have a good day today. I'm about to let y'all go. I got to go. It's 8:01. Okay. And like I said, don't let nobody piss you off. It ain't worth it. Don't engage. And one big part about not engaging, especially when somebody's trying to bait you, is not having time, not making the time. And then you're gonna see they're gonna be enraged because who do you think you are that I could say this to you and you don't have to respond? Maybe I don't have to respond. Okay. I heard what you said. You said what you said, and I could choose to respond or not choose. Now, depending on how you respond to my lack of response, will determine if I have anything else to say, because then it becomes entertainment. And I assure you guys, always choose being entertained before you choose engaging in some bullshit. Okay? It's easier to take a step back, look, and be like, look at this mother lover acting. Choose to be watching it like it's a show. Like, look how this person's acting. Lord knows I've had my share. And I'm still in training. I still got to dial it back sometimes because it really, most of the time, don't none of it be worth it. But, anywho, y'all have a good day. And I will do the same. And I can't say that I'm going to see y'all on Friday because y'all know how me and Fridays get down. Me and Friday, we ain't like this. Okay? I don't know if I'm going to be able to be at the job. However, if I am here on Friday, I will see y'all Friday morning on my way in. But Friday, either I'm not going to see you or I'm going to just let you know that I'm only going to be able to do half a day because I can't pay the $5 on Fridays. I ain't got it. But anywho, y'all have a good day. And what's up, Cup? Y'all have a good day. And I will do the same. Stay up, y'all.